welcome back to my channel. ENHYPEN is back with Knife. I absolutely cannot wait. I've been enjoying all of ENHYPEN's releases for quite a while now, and I've really been getting into them, so I am so excited. Let's get started. Ooh, breaking news.
Breaking news. 7 vampires under a red notice for breaking a major taboo have been spotted moving openly through the city. Despite repeated efforts by the VPU, the group continues to stay one step ahead. Let's take a look at the footage.
Ooh, interesting.
시도는 좋았지만 felt late 쫓아봐오는 머리 위 satellite 덤벼받쳐가는 너궁했던 size 너희들은 자꾸 보냈어 주먹쥐고 땅에 screaming
Ooh.
너무 뻔해서 무너지지 why you scheming It's a knife 서서퍼른 가루 위에서 It's a knife 모든 영화 같은 춤을 춰 It's a knife 마주가는 money making love It's a knife 주사 위고 now it roll It's a knife It's a knife now we roll It's a knife It's a knife 나는 반갑지 너의 귀여운 똥파리 가분하게 지켜 나의 사랑스러운 너니 씩씩대는 콧바람에 참한 꼬리 웃겨서 그 미소 너무 phony 너희들은 자꾸 분냈어 주먹쥐고 땅에 screaming 손을 짚에 너만 보내서 무너지지 why you scheming It's a knife 서서퍼른 칼날 위에서 It's a knife 우리 영원 같은 춤을 춰 It's a knife 마주과는 보니 make it love It's a knife 주사 위고요 now we roll It's a knife It's a knife now we roll It's a knife It's a knife It's a knife It's a knife
Interesting. I'm gonna have to go now and like kind of watch. I know I saw that they released several like teasers and things behind this, so I'm definitely gonna have to go watch all of those now that I've seen this. I don't like to give myself spoilers at all if I can help it, so I now I'm like, ooh, what did I miss? So something that I really loved in this particular song is there was this a little electronic beeping sound. I don't know how else to like to say it, but it was part of the instrumental and it really worked really well in difference and playing against their voices during especially the knife part. Like because the chorus was just this catchy like singing about knife, it was really interesting how that kind of led the charge of what was happening musically. So I also loved the lyricism. The lyricism was so strong. I wrote a couple of things down because it was going by so fast I couldn't do everything, but I wrote how it's funny how you get worked up. It's pathetic. Kind of like calling things out, you know, because I was talking about like, you know, them obviously being the 7 vampires and, you know, being evading. It's kind of like they can anticipate your mood. I think you can look at this as like haters of ENHYPEN of like, hey, like, what are you doing? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you getting hype up? It's really pathetic. And I definitely, I think that's an interesting take. And I also, you know, or it could be not just as haters, it could be the industry in general. There could be lots of different ways that you kind of look at it, but I think the lyrics were really smart in that aspect of you could look at it from different kind of venues, or you could, you know, just say, oh, it's just about this song, you know, being you know, trying not to be caught. That could also be like that. So I think it's really interesting to look at it from different viewpoints. The other one that I wrote down was, it's obvious what card you hold. I know you're scheming. Just great lyrics. I think it's really interesting, like how it was put together, especially at the beginning, you know, with the barber with a knife, obviously out to kill the vampires, catch them, right? I thought that was really, really, really clever. So very interesting. I also love how basically the entire time we have filters on the voice. You have to know, though, with filters, something that I absolutely love is when they're noticeable. So, you know, there's lots of different types of filters that you can use, but I felt throughout it was really nice how they were playing around with that sound. And again, having that kind of electronic sound in combination with their voices with the filter was really, really interesting. It creates a different sound and a different texture to the music, which I really enjoy listening to. I also loved during Jay's part and Nikki and Jay's part before that a little bit. I think in the second verse. Was it the second verse or the first verse? I forget which one now. Towards the beginning. It was Jay's part followed by Nikki's part. They had a little harmony in there. It was just really nice. And like I said, bringing in a different texture. It was lower and kind of like, I don't know. I just wasn't expecting it at that moment in time. So it made brought my attention. I also loved all the transitions in this particular MV. Especially the first one that I wrote down was the knife hitting the TV to transfer it to the next part. So nice, so good, high value. Absolutely thought this was great. I also loved the part when Sonu was it looked like he was falling off the building, but no, he's holding himself up because obviously he's a vampire. So I I also wrote down the ooh part in the last chorus. There was full of so many moments, and I feel like when I go back and listen to this, I'm gonna find so many more moments because, you know, it was like I was getting a full experience in so many different ways. So if I just focus on, for example, Jay's part, there was so much happening just during his part. And then I really loved Sonu's part. I don't know. There was just so much happening that I feel like this is going to be such a song that I come back to over and over, and I keep learning new stuff about it. So tell me what you guys thought about this song. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What was your favorite part in the MV? Oh, I think mine has to be that knife transition. I just think it looked so slick and sleek, and it just really worked out well. I think that's why I really enjoyed that. So tell me your guys' thoughts down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.